Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord in 2018. Happy New Year, everybody. It's good to be back. I was on a holiday break for the past 2 weeks, and I'm back, and I am so happy to start off a promising new year with a very awesome well, not really new, but an awesome new season of a classic TV show, The X-Files, which dropped its 11th season premiere earlier tonight on Fox. Just got done watching it. It was a real eyebrow raiser and a big what the hell moment-filled episode. Now, before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned that this video review will be full of big spoilers regarding the season 11 premiere of The X-Files. So if you're not caught up from the mini-series 2 years ago, because this episode immediately follows the mini-series finale from about 2 years ago. And if you haven't seen this episode, obviously don't keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers. So with that being said, you have been warned. Let's get into it. Spoilers from here on out. I really liked it. I really liked it. I was a little thrown off at first. I was a bit confused as to if, like, the entire mini-series had never happened or never occurred. Like, the 10th season didn't happen at all. That was just, like, all of Vision Scully had. But then I realized it was just the final episode with, it was just a final episode where that was all, that whole episode was a vision by Scully, a vision shared with her by her son, William. So that became, abundantly clear. I mean, it was a little confusing at first, but as this episode went along, it became more and more clear. Oh, okay, so the events of the season finale from 2 years ago were all a vision in Scully's head, and she had just collapsed while at work with Mulder. And we got to see good old Walter Skinner back at it. Of course, the return of the cigarette-smoking man. Oh, that might have been one of the best parts of this episode, was having him reveal his full name. And we got the initials years ago, CGB, I believe. And his full name is Carl. Oh, gosh, now I am totally blanking on it. But his first name was Carl, and his last name was Bush. Now, at first, I thought that was going to be some kind of tie-in, like he was related to the Bush family, but they made it very clear that he was just the one who got all of our past and current presidents where they were and presently are. I always enjoy how cigarette-smoking man's backstory is always a combination of fiction and history, like taking popular conspiracy theories and then putting him in there. Like years ago, during the original run of The X-Files, there's that episode where we got his backstory where it was revealed he killed JFK, he killed Martin Luther King, and now, of course, in this episode, it was revealed that he directed the moon landing of 1969, because that's a popular conspiracy theory that we never landed on the moon in 1969. The whole one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind never happened. And, of course, in the world of The X-Files, it did not happen, and he directed it, because everyone said, oh, it was filmed on a Hollywood set. And that's exactly what cigarette-smoking man had a hand in. And I feel like we got I like that we got right off the bat a clear and strong reason as to why and how he was going to wipe out most of humanity. His connections to Mulder, Scully, his other son Spender, and to Walter, all pretty much laid out for us and showing us like what exactly lies ahead for this season. And I think it's off to a very promising start. I mean, clearly we have a main storyline. We'll have like probably several spin-off episodes as well. But I think our main storyline is going to be Scully and Mulder trying to find their son, or at least Scully's son, because OMG, it turns out, Mulder, you are not the father. It is, in fact, the old man himself, the cigarette-smoking man. Apparently, he is the one who impregnated Scully all those years ago, and that William is actually his son. Now, I think that could explain why he doesn't want to kill William, but I'm also a little confused because I'm wondering, does he not know that William's DNA could contain the cure to save all of humanity? Like, despite being created as a human slash alien hybrid or super being, as he put it, does cigarette smoking man not realize that his new son could indeed, in fact, save the world from his horrible, diabolical mass extinction plan? Perhaps not. And why is Reyes helping her? What is Special Agent Reyes doing helping the cigarette smoking man? What exactly is her deal, her story? And I can't recall if that was addressed in the last episode or not before this one. Might be worth a rewatch, actually. But that's what I like about this show, is that it keeps you scratching your head and raising your eyebrows, and you're wondering where people's loyalties and allegiances really lie. It's pretty exciting stuff. And like I said, I feel like this is a solid, strong opener. It's good to have the old gang back together, Mulder, Scully, Skinner, even the notorious bad guy, cigarette smoking man himself, played by the awesome William B. Davis. He does such a good job in this role. And as everybody does in this show, but especially him, he plays a hell of a bad guy. And like I said, I liked how they touched on the original run of the X-Files, and they more recently referenced the miniseries from about 2 years ago. And as always, nothing is as it seems in the world of the X-Files, and I think that was a good reminder for our characters, and it's a good reminder for the audience as well. So we may think we know what's about to happen, but then they end up surprising us after all. So I'm excited for it, but honestly, to be straightforward with you guys, I'm more excited for what I hope there will be more of, Monster of the Week episodes. Those were always my personal favorite episodes. And I'm pretty sure I've discussed this before in some of my other X-File videos, but the Monster of the Week episodes were always my personal favorites. Those are the ones that I love and I could rewatch again and again, especially since a number of them were from like way back when, from season 1. I could always rewatch those episodes. And I understand each season had its own storyline to follow, its own arc as well to keep the show moving. But honestly, the Monster of the Week episodes, those were the best kind. And I hope to see more of those in the 11th season. And I'm also curious as to whether or not Scully will reunite with her son, and if he is indeed a super being or an alien human hybrid like the cigarette smoking man has suggested, and whether or not he will whether or not his DNA will contain the cure to saving humanity once the cigarette smoking man unleashes his plan to eradicate nearly all life on Earth. So this episode certainly gave us a lot to scratch our heads and raise our eyebrows about, but it also gave us a lot to tune in for next week's episode. So what did you guys think of the season 11 premiere? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were there things that surprised you? Things that made you go, oh my god, what the hell? No way! Please feel free to leave your feedback and your comments down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. You guys have been doing a phenomenal job with that lately. And as always, make sure you're subscribed to the EdWord as we continue to follow along the newest season of the X-Files, with new episodes premiering every Wednesday night on Fox with brand new episodes. And I believe there are 9 more episodes left, so that means 9 weeks of X-Files, so that'll be fun. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of the night. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course, until next time, I want to believe.